Welcome back to part 2. In this part I'm going to be shoving some plants into that dirt that were prepared earlier in the previous video. But before we do that, I'm going to drain the water. I'm going to test the water to see if them rocks made any difference to the TDSs. What's that? 270. So what we'll do is we'll compare that to the tanks upstairs where we've got the donation water for this one, where we fill them up. See how much it's risen from them ones upstairs, and also we'll get a baseline of what I've got in the tap while I'm on. 245 from the tap, 205. So as you just seen from that, the TDSs have risen in both tanks upstairs and this one to what I've got in the tap. Am I worried? Not one bit. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to drain the tank to a workable level, so when I put the plants in, I'm not reaching in too far and disturbing too much. So I'll quickly turn the filters off and get cracking. So while that's busy getting the last out, I'll just go around the edges and get rid of some of this scum mark. And also I'd like to give a big thanks to my good friend Paul from BFL Fish Northwest. I was sitting watching the YouTube and then I thought, bing, bing. I thought, what the hell's that? It was subscribers coming in. Didn't know where they were coming from. I thought I'd best get on, see if one of my videos was going viral. It wasn't. It was the fact that Paul had shouted us out in one of his fish videos. He's great fish keepers. I wouldn't go that far, Paul, but thank you very much. Honestly, it was like a video going viral. I think I got about 20 subscribers just off that shout out. So thank you very much, Paul. Much appreciated. He's a good lad. Next up, we're going upstairs to pinch some plants, and I'll show you the ones I've just bought. Some are going to go in the tank, and some I've made a mistake with, but we'll come to that later. So there's the not so usual suspects. Draw your attention to that one. Its nickname is Purple Waffle. Now I bought that from Maidenhead Aquatics, and a good friend of mine got straight in touch and says when I told her which ones I'd went for, because obviously when I go I just go, I want that one.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Because I don't know much about plants. But you actually told me that this one here is what's classed as an immersed plant, not an aquatic plant. So most of its life it spends out of the water, but in the wet season in Amazon it'll go up below the water, obviously when the water rises, but that's only for a couple of months a year. So I'm going to have trouble with that one, she says. And I'm also going to harvest some of this, something me Nubis, and some Amazon swords that aren't doing too well because it isn't a very good substrate under the ones I've got here. So I'm going to try and replant them and repurpose them. And if you're thinking about getting some plants yourself, do the research. Don't do what I did. Get someone that you know, trust, like Tara from Tara Tank Friends. She'll keep you right. Watch a few of her videos and learn a bit before you go out and buy. I know it's hard when you're in this country because there isn't that great of a selection in this country. You go to Maidenhead Aquatics, place like that, and you're just going to get the same rubbish. Right, let's start collecting the plants up. So we'll quickly prep these and put them in. First one, this one. Ease it out. Just tease it away from the rock wall. Oh, I'm going to get a couple of plants out of this. Champion. I'm going to make a right mess of this. Like, where's my tools? Oh, that was a lot easier with the tool provided. As you can probably tell, I'm not an expert when it comes to aquascaping. That's going to become abundantly clear to you as we go along. So these ones are those. That leaf there, I'm just going to remove it because it's dead already. And the plant will just take nutrients trying to repair that rather than starting again. So, I wasn't a fan of these, but I do like them now, to be quite honest. A bit more of that rock wool out. You do get to wash the roots down quite some way. Yeah, like I say, you can obviously tell I'm no expert. I'm basically what 90% of people are, just learning. I don't mind making mistakes. Looks alright there, man. Damn it. It's taking shape already. One dodgy leaf there. So I'll remove that leaf because that leaf will just steal nutrients and never repair. Now this is the one that's immersed. You shouldn't be planting it, but I'm going to plant it right in the front, so it's going to get as much light and as much nutrients as I can possibly give it, and just let you see what actually happens to the plant. I mean, it might survive, but it'll not thrive. It's a pity I didn't have one of them half in, half out kind of plant. What they're called? Paludariums, I think they are. Because this plant's more for that. Shame on Maidenhead Aquatics for selling it otherwise. Right, next. Ta-da! That one. This one grows to 40 centimeters. So really what I'm trying to do, because I might as well tell you, I'm trying to create larger walls of plants to give sections, so when I've got my angelfish in, they feel safe and they're not always getting terrorized at the breeding pair. Next, that one. Now this is another one that mightn't do too well for me. Apparently it's another kind of out of the water plant that some people have good luck with and other people it dies on. Cryptocorns. Cryptocorn. And cryptocorn, flamingo. Oh, that one stays at that height. So we'll have that in the front, round about there, but onto the rocks. That's all the new ones in. Have a quick tidy up, then we'll go and harvest some Anubias. We'll take a cutting from that. So these are my rhizones, my Anubias. Clean break. Here's one. Ding! I'll just stick that like that. To be quite honest, I've never had any luck with this. When they go on about buying this glue and Gorilla Gel and all that, I've never had any luck with it. Like I said. So, what I might do is just trap it and then unwrap it. Back up into here. That should do there. Put your roundabout on that focus there. Doesn't look much, does it? No. And we'll just trap the roots in the wood. Got a feeling I didn't tape the last part there. Gotta. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the wood in as one big plant up there. I've just trapped some more nubius around under the leafage. I'm sorry, trapped it under the wood. Glue, I wouldn't bother, it's useless. Dry or wet, it's not sticking. Sticking my fingers alright. Right, Vallisneria. And what we'll do is we'll take some of this. See what I mean about Java fern? That was 6 inches tall, all the leaves died, and I've had that for 6 months, doing absolutely nothing. Vallisneria. Let's get some of that in. Tweezers. This ain't gonna look much until I get the water in. Now we'll see it floating around all over. Ta-da! What we'll do now is we'll go and get some water from upstairs, fill it back up, see what starts to float, because you can never tell with the reed ones what they're going to look like. Add some nutrients in and then take it from there. So it's a wee bit murky, but that's to be expected. What we'll do is we'll just add some ferts to it. Add some of that. Let that settle for a couple of days. Take some samples of water. Then add fish later on. Ta-da! Hello today! So, there's the finished product. What do you think? It's a little bit murky, but that should go in time. Got the polishers on, polishing. Got quite a few plants in, quite happy. Don't think that's going to do too well, like Tora said. But I'm quite pleased. So that's my dirted tank, all planted next to fish. Please be sure to check out Paul's channel, Big Fish Lad. Well, he used to be called Big Fish Lad. He's called BFL Fish Northwest now, and also Tora Tank's Friends. You would have seen pictures early on. Check them out. So until next time, what do you think? I'm quite impressed. So far, so good. And I quite enjoy doing it. That's the main thing. If it's going to help you, try it yourself. Instead of do it yourself, try it yourself. Who knows? We can make beautiful tanks together. Don't worry, MD, your job's safe. Until next time, ta-da! before I go, be sure to like and subscribe this video. I don't know if you see that. Cut!